The Creator's Plan, written by Richard Lush, art by Jessica Jerome. Author's Note. I would like to tell you a story about my childhood and how I became involved in my culture and traditions with my biggest supporter, my mother. It was not an easy path, and even to this day, I still struggle with who I am sometimes. Finding your path and learning from all the lessons along the way. This is the Creator's Plan. Please take what you want, learn what you can, and most of all, enjoy. When I was little, I would look at my mother's beautiful long dark hair and ask her, "Mom, will I ever grow beautiful long dark hair like you?" She would smile at me and caress my light brown hair and tell me, "My son, your hair is beautiful just as it is. You must be proud of who you are and know your hair is the color the Creator wanted it to be. This is the Creator's plan, and the Creator provided you with your beautiful brown hair. Always remember, my son, no matter what your hair color is, I will love you forever." Then my mom would kiss my forehead and give me the biggest hug, and I knew everything would be all right. When Mom would put me to sleep, she would lie down with me and tickle my skin with her fingertips, and I would look at her beautiful brown skin and ask her, "Will I ever have brown skin like you, Mom?" She would smile and run her fingertips up and down my arm and say, "My son, your skin is beautiful just as it is. You must be proud of who you are and know your skin is the color the Creator wanted it to be. This is the Creator's plan, and the Creator provided you with your beautiful light skin. Always remember, my son, no matter what color your skin is, I will love you forever." Then my mom would kiss my forehead and give me the biggest hug, and I knew everything would be all right. After long sleeps under the big moon, my mother would wake me up in the morning with a kiss on my forehead. I felt so happy. I opened my eyes, and she was the first thing I saw. I would look into her beautiful brown eyes and ask her, "Will I ever have brown eyes like you, Mom?" She would smile and push aside my hair from my face and say, "Always remember, my son, your eyes are beautiful no matter what color they are. This is the Creator's plan, and you must be proud of the green eyes the Creator gave you. Remember, my son, I will love you no matter what color your eyes are." Then my mom would kiss my forehead and give me the biggest hug, and I knew everything would be all right. When I got out of bed in the morning, I would hear Mother's Earth's heartbeat. I could hear my mother drumming on her beautiful hand drum and singing our traditional songs. I would sit beside her and try to follow the words and chants she would sing. When she finished, I would look at her and ask her, "Mom, will I ever sing our songs like you?" My mother would smile and say, "Yes, my son, you will have the power of our ancestors in your voice. This is the Creator's plan, for you to learn our songs and chants and sing them with pride and honor. I am proud of you and the voice the Creator has gifted you with. Remember, I will love you even if you decide not to sing one day." Then my mom would kiss my forehead and give me the biggest hug, and I knew everything would be all right. When I started going to school, I was so proud of being Indigenous. I would tell everyone that I could drum and sing our traditional songs, and I would start singing for them while pretending to drum on my imaginary hand drum. I sang with so much pride and strength. I sang like my ancestors' voices were singing with me. But then, one day, a few of the older kids saw me. They pointed and laughed. They said I was not really Indigenous because my skin was too light and I should not be pretending to drum. They said I was lying about being Indigenous and that real Indigenous people had brown eyes with dark hair, not the light brown hair and green eyes I have. I thought about every teaching my mother had given me, and deep down I was still proud. But at the school I felt alone and ashamed of the way I looked. Every word they spoke hurt me so much. I left the playground and ran to the school washroom to hide from those children and cry. I wish my mom were there to give me a hug. When Mom picked me up from school, she could tell something was bothering me. So once we got home, she gathered her traditional medicines, and soon I could smell the most amazing smells. I could smell sage, sweetgrass, cedar, and tobacco burning in a beautiful shell. I instantly felt happy, and I could feel the healing and cleansing of those medicines. My mom was praying to the Creator using the smoke from the sacred medicines. I watched her smudge with the sacred medicines using an eagle feather to spread the smoke all over herself. I asked my mother, "Mom, will I ever be able to smudge and pray to the Creator like you?" "Yes, my son. Come and smudge with me. Let us send your prayers to the Creator, for the Creator always has a plan. Creator listens to our prayers when we offer them with the sacred medicines." "But what should I pray for, Mom? Should I pray so I could have dark hair like you? Should I pray to have brown skin like you? Should I pray to have brown eyes like you? Or should I pray for those kids to stop telling me I'm not Indigenous and making me feel ashamed of the way I look?" She stopped for a moment and really looked at me. I could see the sadness in her eyes. "My son, you do not need dark hair, brown skin, or brown eyes to look like me to pray and practice your culture. You will learn the songs and the drumming in time. The Creator's plan was to give you everything that makes you who you are. And you are perfect to me just the way you are. Always remember that, no matter what anyone else says to you. We need to pray for those children too, my son, as hard as that may seem. But remember, you are exactly how the Creator planned you to be, and I will love you until the end of time." Then my mom kissed my forehead and gave me the biggest hug, and I knew everything would be all right. I started to wake up early and smudge and pray to the Creator for a good day at school. One morning I got to school and told the other kids that I smudged and prayed to the Creator, and that I also prayed for them. They laughed at me again and said that my hair wasn't dark like theirs, so I didn't have any right to pray to the Creator like they did. How could I be Indigenous and not have beautiful dark hair? Sometimes they would say that I'm just not Indigenous enough, and that hurt even more. I would become so sad and so ashamed that my hair was light brown and not dark like theirs. Was I not Indigenous enough to pray to the Creator? When I couldn't take it anymore, I ran away and hid in the empty room and cried. I wish my mom were there to tell me that this was all the Creator's plan, to reassure me that I was Indigenous and I should be proud of who I am. The days became so long and so tiring. When I got home, all I wanted to do was hide in my room. When it was time to go to bed, my mom would come in and read me a story. I would look at her dark brown hair, dark brown eyes, and beautiful brown skin and start to cry. When she asked me what was wrong, I told her, "It is just so unfair for me to be Indigenous in my heart and in my blood, but not look it on the outside. I feel it in every cell of my body and hear the ancestors when I sing. Why can't I just look like you, Mom?" Everyone has their own path, my son. No one looks exactly the same as another. Your colors are your colors, and we have 4 colors of people. You are still part of all those colors, my boy. I know this conflict and hurt will make you stronger, and one day you could be the voice of others who struggle with who they are. What do you mean? I asked. Look for someone in your school who is getting picked on and stand up for them. Your special gift from the Creator could be to help others find out who they are. Find out they are special and learn that they are perfect just like you. This, my son, is the Creator's plan for you. There was something in her words that I knew was true. As true as the songs in my heart and the drum in my hands and the medicines we breathed. I love you with all my heart, Mom, I said. Then I kissed my mom's forehead and gave her the biggest hug. And she knew everything would be all right. Well, Alan.